Alright, well, welcome to my garage. My name is Stone, and I'm working on a 1980s Jeep Wagoneer, as you can see. One of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to swap out the 360 and put in a Chevy 350 with a 700 R4. I know, before comments start blowing up, blah, 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 get over it, it's my vehicle. But I wanted it for several reasons, which I'm not going to waste my time on right now. But with this setup, I had a little bit of a problem. Now, the donor engine transmission setup drivetrain that I ended up with actually came with a Chevy NP209 that was a passenger side drop. Unfortunately, of course, for Jeep, the Jeep is a driver side drop. So I had to figure out a way to get this NP209, which is from my Jeep, converted so that it would actually bolt up to this spline using an adapter and all that good stuff. And I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money doing it. So it just so happens, though, that I did actually end up with an NP209 in that drivetrain I purchased. But this is a Chevy. This is the passenger side drop. And one of the things when I took it apart, I didn't really find any videos or any information on the internet talking about how to modify one to adapt to the other, which is why I'm making this video. So, long story short, when you go through all the videos that are out there on how to rebuild these transfer cases and whatnot, really all you need to do to make this swap work is pull this part out and swap it with the one for the Chevy, and you're done. That's really it. This right here, whatever it's called, it's basically your front input gear. And this right here this is actually my Jeep one, right? Because the spline count is incorrect. They line up exactly the same way in both of them. So all you have to do is literally just pull this out, set it aside, take the other one in, swap it in, and then rebuild everything else the same way. Okay? There's a lot of similarity in parts. Unfortunately, there's also some differences. This plate's different design. The actual shift forks are totally different. So there's some things you can't reuse and copy over or whatnot. But just so you know, like I said, I couldn't find any videos on it. They just talked about the simplicity of if you need to go from a passenger side drop to a driver side drop, all you got to do is take apart both two NP209s and pull this front input shaft out, switch it out with the other one, and put it back together just like I did over there. And the part that actually goes in between, the adapter or whatever that goes in between right there, it actually still works. It all bolts in. The only downside is that if you look at it, there's a mounting area where this thing was actually designed to mount this way because of the passenger side drop. But unfortunately, because I'm flipping it, I have to flip it over for everything to line up. And of course, this gets right in the way of all the shift mechanism. So I'm going to have to cut that off and not use it. It's no big deal. Jeeps didn't use any kind of mounting for this area anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Plus, it'll probably save me about 10 pounds. The thing weighs a god-awful amount. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And you could probably use the stock one that actually came, if you still have the stock one that came off of your... No, actually, no, you can't. Sorry. No, you can't. Bolt pattern's different on the back of the torque flight. But that's basically it. And just wanted everybody to know that, hey, it's not that hard. You don't have to buy a bunch of fancy adapters and all that stuff. Just find two NP209s, one that's a Chevy and then one that's a Jeep, and just swap the input shaft right here, and that's it. Good to go. So you guys have a great day and rock on.